लाइव चलते हैं, तो
interests.
वो कैसे होता है? तो
London
वहाँ पर
and
शफलिंग भी
Washington
होती है,
saw
तो
this
वो
as
सब
a
चीज़ें
threat
आपको
to
आप
Western
मैनेज कर
access
सकते
to
हो
oil
इसी ओबीएस
and
के
to
थ्रू, पर वो
Cold
वीडियो मैंने
War
डेडिकेटली अलग
stability.
बनाया है। अब
So
यहाँ पे
in
अगर आपको एक और
1953,
मीडिया
the
सोर्स ऐड करना
CIA
है, आप
and
मैनेज कर
British
सकते हो, आप
intelligence
इसी ओबीएस
can
के थ्रू, पर वो वीडियो मैंने
overthrow
डेडिकेटली अलग
Nixon.
बनाया है।
And
अब
so
यहाँ पे
in
अगर कोई भी वीडियो
Mohammad
और
Reza
चीज़ें ऐड करना
Pahlavi
है, आप मैनेज कर
turned
सकते हो।
leader.
करो 1 घंटे का वीडियो
For the
चलाना है, उसके बाद
United
फिर एक और वीडियो
States,
चलाना है।
Iran
तो आप यहाँ
became
पे
a
दूसरा
key
वीडियो लीजिए, ओपन करिए
anti-Soviet
एंड
ally
इसको ओके
and
कर
a
दीजिए। अब देखिए
reliable
दूसरा
oil
मीडिया सोर्स
supplier.
आपका जो है, देखिए
For
अब ये
many
पहला मीडिया सोर्स
Iranians, however,
नीचे है
the
और ये
coup
ऊपर है, तो आप
planted a
इसको
lasting
बंद करेंगे,
sense
दूसरा
of
वाला चालू हो जाएगा और
humiliation
इसको ओपन
and
करेंगे,
the
पहला
belief
वाला
that
चालू हो जाएगा। तो
Washington
इस
would
तरीके से
always
आप मल्टीपल
interfere
सोर्स
in
ला
their
सकते हैं, पर
politics.
अगर आप इसी
Intelligence
ओबीएस
and
के थ्रू, पर वो वीडियो मैंने
overthrow
डेडिकेटली
Nixon.
अलग बनाया है। अब
So
यहाँ पे
in
अगर कोई भी वीडियो और
1979,
सब
the
चीज़ें ऐड करना
Iranian
है, आप मैनेज कर
transition
सकते हो। करो 1
crisis.
घंटे का वीडियो
For the
चलाना है, उसके बाद
United
फिर एक और वीडियो
States,
चलाना है।
Iran
तो आप यहाँ पे
became the
दूसरा वीडियो
Shah's
लीजिए,
regime
ओपन करिए
was
एंड
wealthy
इसको ओके
and
कर
a
दीजिए। अब देखिए
reliable
दूसरा
oil
मीडिया सोर्स
supplier.
आपका जो है, देखिए
For
अब ये
many
पहला मीडिया सोर्स
Iranians, however,
नीचे है
the
और ये
coup
ऊपर है, तो आप
planted
इसको
a
बंद
lasting
करेंगे,
sense
दूसरा
of
वाला चालू हो जाएगा और इसको
humiliation
ओपन
and
करेंगे,
the
पहला
belief
वाला
that
चालू हो जाएगा। तो
Washington
इस
would
तरीके से
always
आप मल्टीपल सोर्स
interfere
ला
in
सकते हैं,
Western
पर अगर
influence helped fuel a broad
आप इसी
revolution
ओबीएस के ऐड में जा रहे
ignited
हैं, वीडियो अलग
resistance.
बनाया है। अब
And so
यहाँ पे
in
अगर कोई भी वीडियो और सब चीज़ें
In 1979, the Shah fell, and Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini returned from exile to establish the Islamic Republic of Iran, promising independence from both East and West. Later that year, Iranian students seized the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and took 52 Americans hostage, demanding the Shah be handed over and condemning decades of U.S. interference. The hostages were held for 444 days, and the United States never been fully repaired. For Americans, the hostage crisis turned Iran into a symbol of anti-American extremism. For Iran's new leaders, confronting the Great Satan became central to their revolutionary identity. The Iranian Revolution of 1979 dramatically altered the political landscape of the Middle East. The overthrow of the Shah and the rise of Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini introduced a new Islamic republic that rejected Western influence and sought to export its revolutionary ideals. This sudden transformation alarmed neighboring states, particularly Iraq, where Saddam Hussein feared both the spread of revolutionary fervor and the challenge to his own ambitions. Within a year, tensions erupted into open conflict. In September 1980, Iraq launched a full-scale invasion of Iran, hoping to seize disputed border territories and weaken the new regime before it consolidated power. What Saddam envisioned as a swift campaign instead became one of the longest and bloodiest wars of the late 20th century. The Iran-Iraq War dragged on for 8 years, claiming hundreds of thousands of lives, devastating cities and villages, and leaving deep scars on both societies. The United States, still reeling from the hostage crisis in Tehran and wary of Iran's revolutionary zeal, viewed the conflict through the prism of Cold War geopolitics. Washington feared that Iran's ideology might destabilize pro-Western governments across the region. As a result, the U.S. tilted toward Iraq, providing intelligence and limited material support, while shielding Baghdad diplomatically. This support continued even as Saddam's forces employed chemical weapons against Iranian troops and Kurdish civilians, acts that horrified the world but drew muted responses from Washington, which prioritized containing Iran over condemning Iraq. By the mid-1980s, the war expanded beyond the battlefield into the Persian Gulf. In what became known as the Tanker War, both Iran and Iraq targeted oil tankers and naval vessels, seeking to cripple each other's economies and draw international attention. The Gulf became a perilous theater, where neutral shipping was attacked, mines were laid, and U.S. naval forces were